The WWE got him. The WWE took him back. That was my golden goose, man. We had that moment in the ring. I pushed him. He pushed me. WWE paid him back. They were paying Brock like $6-7 million a year, maybe 10.
Right.
You telling me, Brock, you can go fight DC and lose, or you can come back.
Who say you gonna lose?
I'm beating Brock Lesnar, man. I was beating Brock.
That was a big dude, man.
Don't
6'4".
Don't matter, dog. Shay, I was beating Brock Lesnar. It was one of the safest fights I could have had. I'm telling you, dog. That's the truth. It's just the truth. I like Brock too.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, but.
All right, guys, welcome back to Duality 7X. You guys remember when Brock Lesnar and Daniel Cormier kind of squared off in the ring a little bit? So, look, what if I told you that Daniel Cormier believes that his easiest win of all time literally slipped right through his fingers? Yeah, DC called a fight with Brock Lesnar one of the safest fights he could have had. And he's not just talking bravado, he has like literally a breakdown to kind of break it up. So guys, stick around. This is one fight that could have honestly rewritten UFC history. And if you guys like this kind of content, please smash the like and subscribe. Share your comments below, because we try to cover all the latest and the greatest when it comes to MMA, UFC, boxing, the WWE. So please hit the bell notification so you guys don't miss a beat. Let's get right to the story, guys. So fight fans around the world, I'm Sheeraz, I'm your host. Welcome to Duality 7X. And I want to kind of break down, I want to kind of dive a little bit into why Daniel Cormier thinks that the potential fight against him and Brock Lesnar could have been the safest fight of his career, and why on earth this mega fight actually never happened. So let's set the stage, guys. You know, imagine UFC 226 2018, and Cormier just KO'd Stipe Miocic, and he became a double champ. Now, at that time, the energy was super electric, right? It was off the hook. Now, out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar storms the Octagon. Now, this is kind of taking you guys back a little bit into time, and big bad Brock Lesnar just comes tearing right into the Octagon, pushes Daniel Cormier, and the tension completely erupts. It honestly felt like WWE next level drama, and that's kind of what it was. Then it was just turned out to be a big nothing burger. Nothing actually happened. No fight. And it turns out the WWE swooped in with the monster deal and picked off Brock Lesnar to around 6 to 7 million USD a year. There's talks about how some people even think it was as high as around 10, even higher, $10+ million a year. And they literally pulled Brock Lesnar away from the world of UFC and brought him back into the world of WWE. And so here's the skinny, guys. DC said on Shannon Sharp's show that I'm beating Brock Lesnar, and it was one of the safest fights I could have had. And he said it with the utmost conviction, and it just wasn't trash talk. And this is what, look, Daniel Cormier is a legend. I mean, this guy is not only a great fighter, but I mean, he's such a class act guy, and his work behind the mic, you know, for every event. I mean, we tune in to listen to him. Daniel Cormier, when he does something, he does it to the highest level possible. He's he doesn't take shortcuts. And when this happened in like in UFC 226, guys, I still remember, and everyone was losing their minds. I mean, you got Brock freaking Lesnar, and everyone knows how bad Brock used to be in the UFC. And here he is pushing around DC. Holy schmoly. You guys could cut the air with a knife. That's how incredible that moment was. So why? The question is, if this wasn't trash talk and if this was pure utmost conviction, why was DC so sure? Why does he have so much conviction in his belief that this could have been the easiest fight of his career? Why? Why was he so sure? So look, you got to go back and, you know, I've been reading a lot about this. You know, there's articles that talk about Cain Velasquez's destruction of Mr. Lesnar at UFC 121, right? With first round KO, with brutal strikes. Lesnar got, honestly, like, he got tattooed in the face, and he still carries that scar today. All right, and actually, what's interesting is, while he was in the WWE, Cain Velasquez had a brief stint in the WWE. He was hanging around the likes of Rey Mysterio and stuff like that, kind of serving as a little bit of additional muscle and backup. Interesting storyline. I'm wondering if the WWE was trying to find a way to bring Cain and Brock together, but this time in the folds of the squared circle in WWE. But it never happened. And I mean, Daniel Cormier must have studied that fight, and he figured, listen, if Cain could do it in that grand fashion, I mean, he honestly thought he could as well. And right, and then what was the second game plan? DC said that Brock would have to take him down to win, because Brock's stand-up was not as great. His wrestling skills, of course, were obviously very, very good, but you also have to understand Daniel Cormier's wrestling is super elite as well too, right? And his plan was to make Lesnar work super hard by making it really difficult for him to do those takedowns. Now, by the time Brock would have got him down, DC believed he would have technically worn him out, and, you know, to the point where Brock is trying to catch his breath, the lactic acid's building up in his big, humongous arms, his legs, and making his breathing really tough and hard, and this is where a lot of fighters get exhausted, right? And then this is where DC comes in and swoops in for the victory. Now, DC said, I watched how Cain hit him, and I was gonna punch him. That's confidence. That's built not only on confidence, but on logic and tape study, not just hype. And look, I don't know how many fighters are watching tape with their team. I don't know how many of them take that serious. Boxers do it. I mean, heck, you know, football, like, I mean, you look at the NFL, you look at the NHL, you look at, you know, NBA. I mean, all the players, all the athletes are all watching tape. I mean, it's a big deal. You gotta watch tape, right? And so when DC's talking about how he observed Cain by watching tape, he just wasn't watching clips on YouTube. He was studying those tapes to the point where he was really serious about making this happen. Like, really, like, I mean, let's do this. Like, I'm gonna call up Dana right now. Whatever it takes, let's get this fight. Let's get this going. That's crazy, guys. That's not just hype. So, now imagine this fight happening, right? You got massive mainstream attention, right? You got pay-per-view through the roof. You got the average casual fan who's not as connected to mixed martial arts or to the UFC, but now you're bringing some of those wrestling fans into the fold. This is huge, guys. Like, amazing crossover fight. I mean, this would be absolutely this would dominate the headlines when it comes to the UFC and the WWE, and especially for the fans alike, right? But what happened was Brock took the money. All right, he took the money from the WWE, and good for him, right? That's a golden opportunity for him, but a golden opportunity for the UFC that just kind of vanished like that in thin air. And there was talks about Brock fighting John Jones, and I mean, there was all kinds of things happening in the rumor mill, right? Rumor mill, sorry. But DC, he did have a few more fights. And one title defense versus Lewis, then a loss to Miocic again, and another loss, and then a retirement, right? So now, this could have been Daniel Cormier's crowning achievement, but instead it's the one that technically got away from him. So what does that mean exactly? I mean, people are going to be debating it for years, that's for sure. Now, are DC's claims legit? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Would DC have dominated Brock like he thinks he would have? I mean, you have to understand, DC's very talented. He's got amazing, amazing wrestling skills, but Brock is a super athlete as well too. Even at his age, this guy can dance, right? And so, could DC have had the power to pull this off? I'm not sure. Brock is like Godzilla, okay, and DC's like King Kong. Like, how do you even call that fight, right? Remember, it takes one wrong move. DC could have, tried to like be on the defense a little bit, let Brock unleash or try to throw a couple jabs, maybe a hook, a punch, a combo, and then DC would try to go for the takedown. Then Brock, with this massive girth and size, would have pinned him right to the cage and then start giving him uppercuts and start tattooing DC's face, and then it could be over just like that. So let me know what you guys think. Brock's still a beast, and he's back in the WWE, whereas DC is behind the mic, right? So this just kind of, now again, I'm not undermining DC's athleticism, or I mean, DC chose that route. He chose an early retirement. Brock, on the other hand, wants to continue to entertain people in sports entertainment. So that said, I want to hear what you guys think. Put it in the thoughts and comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit the like button, guys. Subscribe, ring that bell. When we get to 50, I think it's when we get to, excuse me, I believe it's when we get to 50 subscribers, we're actually going to be able to live stream. And this is what I want to do. I want to live stream some of the upcoming fights so that, we can chat about it and we can talk about it. I can't do that until we get to that point, so I'm really hoping that you guys like this content enough that you guys give us a like and you subscribe and you share this content with your friends. And look, we got more what if fight scenarios and breakdowns coming down the pipe right here on Duality 7X. I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys the next time.
The WWE got him. The WWE took him back. That was my golden goose, man. We had that moment in the ring. I pushed him. He pushed me. WWE paid him back. They were paying Brock like $6-7 million a year, maybe 10.
Right.
You telling me, Brock, you can go fight DC and lose, or you can come back.
Who say you gonna lose?
I'm beating Brock Lesnar, man. I was beating Brock.
That was a big dude, man.
Don't
6'4".
Don't matter, dog. Shay, I was beating Brock Lesnar. It was one of the safest fights I could have had. I'm telling you, dog. That's the truth. It's just the truth. I like Brock, too.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, but I watched what Kane did to him. I watched how he would react to getting punched.
Right.
And I was going to punch him. He would have to take me down.
Right.
To win the fight. And I can wrestle.
Yeah, but he's not a wrestler. I mean, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
But
if he shoots on me, I'm going to make it so hard for him to get that takedown that by the time he gets it,
yeah,
he's exhausted. Now I'm up to my feet, and then you're done. That's what happened with Kane.
Yeah.
He took Kane down. Kane got up, started kneeing him in his face. I saw Brock recently. He still has that scar under his eye.
Really?
From when Kane kneed him in the face. Yep. Still got that big scar under his eye.
Damn.
It's crazy.